You're right there, guys. Well, today I'm going to redo my wife's dressing table. Her dressing table is made of pine. She's not exactly happy with it. She wants a nice, clean, crisp dressing table. So today all I'm going to be doing is making the top. So we need to get some of the oak floorboards that I've got, clean them all up, plane them down and glue them together. So I now have the boards planed down. It needs a lot of sanding doing. There's quite a few burn marks and stuff where the planer blade's getting a bit blunt. I think I'm going to keep the tongue and groove on these because this is a nice tight fit which fits together quite nicely.
Can I squeeze it on?
Yes, you can squeeze a bit on. We're not putting loads on, just a little bit. Right, so can you put a little bit in there? Turn it upside down. Right, might need to give it a shake. Right, little bit. We don't want it everywhere. Right, all down here. Right, Daddy, do it. Look out. Right. We still need that. Get the glue. Some more glue in there. Start at the end. Tip it up. Make sure it fits in nicely. There you go. Now glue it in. Good girl. Daddy, take over.
You still need a gap.
It's alright.
Yeah. I could do that too.
Okay, put a little bit in that gap then. And now Daddy will start at this end.
And when you get to here, can I start?
And then you take over, yeah.
Yeah. Me take over.
And you take over? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Go on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're missing the gap. That's it, that's it. I think that's way too much glue. You've definitely glued that, haven't you?
Yep. Good.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Now we just need to leave this to dry. So it's now all glued up. It's out the clamps. We just need to give it a good sand. Then we need to cut it to size. So I've gotten the drawer out of my wife's dressing table and she doesn't like this sort of decorative bit on the side. So what my plan is to try and pop these off and then put an oak face on the front of it. Now the good thing is there's a stopper in the back of the drawers. That means that if I take the stopper out, these drawers go back a little bit. So I can just put a new drawer face onto this. So I'm going to do that. The dressing table top is now done. That's sanded down to about an 80 grit now. It just needs a bit more sanding and then it's going to need the polishing and Danish oil and stuff. At the moment, the drawer fronts have just dried. I've just done these ones, so that's one that's actually in place. All we're going to do is get some like leather hoops or something to put onto this for handles. That make it look really good. So once the drawer fronts are done, I need to go and get the dressing table in here and paint that white. And now back to a ton of sanding. So, I've managed to pry the actual dressing table off my wife. The drawers are done now. So, they go in. There's actually a stopper right at the back here. I could probably pull this one out. Stopping the drawers going all the way back. So that's why I was able to put on them in front. So you can see they go quite far back. So if I remove those and then put a new stopper in, that's all the oak drawers done. This is going to get all sanded down and this is all going to get painted white. She doesn't like any of this frilly stuff, so I'm going to take these off, maybe make some new legs, maybe out of oak. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I might cut them off and put like a metal leg that I have kicking around on. But so far it's going well. So the top that we made, we need to get this one off and put the new one on. That was such an arse to get off, but I'm happy with that now. Right, so then I've got to get these off, work with what I'm going to do with that leg, build new feet. We should be good. Let's go. Right, so for this split, my plan is to glue it, clamp it, and we'll come back to that later. It's got it's got a groove here. If I cut off the bottom part of the groove, it will sit over that lip, give me a nice shallow bit there. Then I just cut that to the size I want. I'm going to do that. What did I do? You can probably hear the awful rain I'm having at the moment. I've taken off the legs now, these bits here, and I'm going to be replacing those with a bit of oak to go around the bottom, which will look nice. The drawers are all done. They all fit in there nicely. Had to get the top off, that was a nightmare. Fix the chip that we did. We, say me, trying to blame someone else. Now all I need to do is sand it all down. And I've got some of this Ronsil chalk paint in vintage white. I'm going to paint it with this, and then I'll probably sand it back a little bit. I haven't quite thought about what I'm doing with that yet. Probably not. I'll think about that. There's another chunk of this dressing table taken off. There won't be much of this dressing table left when I'm finished. The reason I've taken the this leg off is because I have this metal leg. I bought this off eBay thinking I would buy two, but only one came. And instead of sending it back, I held on to it. So I'm going to use it for this. So, I didn't think about measuring it lengthways first, so now it's too wide. So what I'm going to have to do, which I didn't really want to, is I'm going to have to cut it in half, cut the chunk out that I don't want, and weld it back together. Fun. So that's the leg done. You don't need to tell me that I am the worst metal worker in the world. Even grinding my welds flat, they still don't look good. But it's all going to get painted, so it's fine. I'm happy with it. So my battery died, so I hadn't actually been filming for a bit. But I've now put the first coat of paint on part of this. You can see that there. It's meant to be a white chalk paint. It's coming out very blue though, so I don't know what I'm doing about that yet. I've made the bottom skirt for the dressing table. Just need to wait for the glue to dry so I can saw these bits off and sand the rest of this down. Other than that, things have been going a bit slow. So I had confirmation from the missus. She does like the colour. I thought it was too blue. I would have preferred a proper white. But she likes it, so, you know, the boss says. Place the oak drawers in. Some of these need the bottoms cutting off a little bit. They're a little bit too proud. This one's been oiled. So I think I need a couple of coats of Danish oil on here. Need to get the leg in place when that's dry, so that's being painted at the moment. Nearly done, we're getting there. So, because of these, I just cut off that little groove. I glued in this little bit here, just so, well, it covers up that edge. Ooh. So I've done that on both sides, and then filled in a little bit with some oak filler. So that black leg is now white. It's just hanging by this light at the moment. It's had like 6 or 7 coats of white on this, so it's starting to look good. I think I might do one more coat just to make sure it's going to be good if it gets a knock or anything, and then it's nearly time for assembly. I'm liking this. Just need to get the top on, so that still needs to be sanded, still needs to be finished. The drawers still need some wax put on them. You know, I get so into the zone of what I'm doing, I actually forget to film. So I have sanded this down, covered it with methylated spirits, then denibbed it with a 220 sandpaper. I'm now coating it with the Danish oil, and then I'm just going to leave this to soak, and then I'll probably do about 3 coats of Danish oil and then give it a good wax. So the dressing table is now done. It's in. We just need to get the handles on it, and that'll be completed. You'll even see a little sneak peek of the actual mirror that I've done. That'll be the next video coming up. Alright, so give this video a like, guys. Subscribe if you like what I'm doing. And I'll see you in the next project, which is the mirror.